All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54, and away we go on EA Sports. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The big nose tackle, Danny Shelton, there to swallow him up. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a second down throw. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bradford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now Brown. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Geno Atkins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ready?
From the gun, Rivers. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
There's Scarborough on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, one day. One day.
On 3rd down, Bradford. He completes it to Julio Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the 1st down and change our momentum?
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Stay there. Stay there. Check 390. 380.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Third and long for Rivers. Wilson's got it complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Bradford on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Monday.
From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Bradford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
One day.
2nd down, Bradford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Grant. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
One day.
Working out of the gun, Bradford. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And now out come the Jets. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 12,
12, 12. 6, 80.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Hey, ready. Delta.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Keep it skinny. Fight. Set. Delta.
2nd down, Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A first down throw here for Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Hey, 79! 79! Good! Delta! White!
On 2nd down, Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, Rivers. His pass caught at the 4. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They go play action. He's going to go for a big play. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Sit hot. At 80. Blue, 30, sit up. Check 3.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
right there. Stop right there. One day. One day.
Operating from the gun, Bradford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. And McManus able to put it through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Hey!
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, left. He hot.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And he comes back with one complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
Flank. 12. Hey, hot.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 3rd down, Rivers. On the right side, open is Gesicki. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, you know, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk. It didn't work out. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Bradford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, Bradford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. A first down throw for Bradford. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again with Bradford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They try again with Scarborough. Shedding the tackle. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Bradford. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Averaging over 50 yards of punts away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, After such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Load it.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action, Rivers. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
One day.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go. One day. Check. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Bradford. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. This is Scarborough. Shrugs the tackle. Nice. Refusing to go down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
It's Scarborough again. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run. This is Scarborough. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Scarborough. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Bo Scarborough taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jaguars add on to their lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Load it! Load it! Shoot!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, left.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rivers on 3rd and 2. He finds Coleman. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC championship. It's a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jets on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9.
Cluster.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Bradford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
First down, Rivers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. to throw again. Rivers, he's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. The Jets on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rivers. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out come the Jags. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Daquan Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. From the gun, Bradford. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Bradford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calais Campbell on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Bradford now. And it's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Bradford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set. 380. On 4. Be hot.
Rivers on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Rivers. And to the left side here, Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
To the air again here, Rivers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Rivers. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll go down at the 28. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll throw again. Rivers. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jets on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rivers again. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Rivers now on 2nd down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Gesicki, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now Bradford. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.